I'm really part of this sort of collective of humanity, and that I work with this sort of collective, of other artists, other creators, that I'm just kind of an maybe a conductor of this sort of choir of other voices. And I think with the Times, it's also this other collective of people, and it's this sort of endeavor that's this sort of hive of editors and photographers and writers that come together to make this thing. And in a funny way, I sort of feel like when I entered into the Times, I'm like just, another editor in this kind of hive of humanity. I found this weird moment in my life where I'd broken up with my girlfriend, lost the lease on my studio, made a little bit of money, like $2,000, I felt like I was really rich. And I had to move, so I thought, well, I'm going to do one last crazy thing. I'm just going to move to New York, let's see what that's like. And New York is such a beautifully constructed city. If you love humanity and you love culture, which I also love, New York is the best city in America to live in. Just with everybody just all up against each other. It's kind of magical that way. I was kind of raised Catholic, and we're, as Catholics, we're really into spooky, supercharged objects, right? But I realized that I'd had all these drugs and leaves and photographs and paint embedded in these sort of tamper-proof resin containers, but it lacked, the actual touch of my hand on the surface of the painting, and that the one thing that my reliquary didn't have was the actual physical touch. So I thought I would leave that on the surface, and it also kind of brightened up the work. One of the reasons why maybe I'm sort of interested in the media, because it kind of already relates to my practice, and it's also part of my daily life, because I get it. I still get the print media every morning. I still read it. It's just it's just part of my ritual, do my email, read the Times, drink my coffee, My reading of the Times and, my kind of insertion, I don't know, I think a lot of the news and the current events of the world and its pathologies have sort of entered into the work in these sort of circuitous ways. A lot of, kind of social issues are sort of more front and center, more embedded in the work. The Times paintings are influencing the work, and the work is influencing the aesthetics behind how I manipulate the Times. I used to have to I'd cut things out and then have to go to Kinko's and have them Xeroxed and I'd blow it up to 30% and have to run to Manhattan and come back. Oh, it's not the right size, go back. Now it's just all done here with printers and scanners. I do photograms, I have a dark room, and those materials are also really hard to find. Print photography is also going away, so maybe I'm interested in these things that are rapidly going into obsolescence.